Hello friends, welcome to Entri, India's best application and best YouTube channel. Today, Deepmani Bhardwaj welcomes you again, and the topic that we'll be discussing today is simplification and approximation tricks. See, as topic is mentioned that we are going to discuss about the simplification and approximation, and the word you can see that tricks is mentioned. That means we are going to solve the question within few seconds. And how are we going to do that? We'll be doing that in the following way. So first of all, we'll be starting with the solving square roots. See, while solving these square roots, what is the issue? The issue is that it takes a lot of time, and to avoid such a long time and to get the answer with the accuracy, that too with the faster speed, we are going to discuss the same thing. So let's start with our first question. The first question is, as you can see, the first question is root 6 plus root 6 plus root 6, and it is going up to infinity. And when it is going up to infinity, that means it is whole under root. See, when you solve it in the traditional method, it takes a lot of time because we consider it first as x equals to under root 6 plus under root 6 plus and so and so. So what we'll do, we'll not involve in all those longest steps. We are going to solve this sum in within seconds. See, whenever you find this type of question, we will be considering it in type 1. Fine. These are the type 1 questions where you will see that here the number is 6, and if I break it, I'll break it in 2 cross 3. That means there's just a difference of 1 here. Fine. So for all the questions where you're going to get factors in such a way that their difference is 1, you have to do nothing. You will just see that what two numbers are there? Only 2 and 3, and whenever plus would be there in between, in these type of questions, the digit that is greater will be ticking on that. That means the answer of this question is going to be 3. Fine. It is very simple question. You will be able to solve these questions within few seconds. I mean, you need not put up your pen as well. You'll just click on the answer directly. Let's go into the next question. See, the next question is root 6 minus root 6 minus root 6 minus root 6 and so on. Up to when? Up till infinity. And when I'm saying up till infinity, I already told you, first of all, you need to check what are its factors, and its factors are 2 cross 3. That means you are having 2 digits and both difference is 1. That means we are going to get the direct answer. But last time we discussed that in the positive approach, we see that the value which is greater is ticked first, and in this approach you will see, since it's negative, we are going to take the lower one. So what's the answer here? The answer is 2. See, you can solve these type of questions within seconds. Within seconds you will be able to solve these questions. Coming on the next question. Now the question is what? The question is root 12 minus root 12 and so on, and up to where? Up till it is going up to infinity. For this, again, let us see what would be its factor. Its factor are going to be 3 cross 4. And now I already told you that since it's negative, that means the smaller is going to be the correct answer. Therefore the correct answer is 3 here. So its answer would be 3. Similarly, if I say that anyone asks you that what would be the answer of this question, root 12 plus root 12 plus root 12 and up to infinity, here you know that its factor are 3 and 4, that is 3 cross 4 is 12, and the difference between them is 1. That means you can directly put answer 4 here. So are you getting me? Whenever positive sign is there, take the greater one, and whenever negative sign is there, take the smaller one. It is as simple as that. So it was a type 1 question. Now coming on the type 2. When I talk about type 2 questions, in these type of questions you can see these are the prime numbers. And as we know, the prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by itself only. So there would be no factors other than 7 and 1. So for these type of questions, you need to remember this formula. And what is that? It is under root 4a plus 1 upon 2. See, Here, what is A? A is this value. You have to put the direct value and you are going to get the direct answer. No need to take pressure or any tension regarding that. So we know that 7 into 4 is what? It's 28, and 28 plus 1 is what? It's 29. Here would be plus 1 and upon 2. So this is the answer. No need to take any tension. You will be able to solve each and every question within seconds. Within second you can solve any question. Coming on to the next part. See, same type of question, but what has happened here? Here the sign is negative. That means if you have received a negative sign, this time you will have a different formula. And what would be the different formula? The different formula is that last time what we solved under root 4a plus 1 whole upon 2. Now this was for what? This was for positive. And when you get the negative sign here, the formula changes somewhat. What will be the formula now? The new formula is going to be 4a plus 1 minus 1 upon 2. That means 4 into 7 are 28 plus 1 29, that is root 29 minus 1 divided by 2. So in this manner you can solve any question. Any question can be solved within seconds, and within seconds when you get the correct answer, your chances for the selection becomes maximum. Fine. So let's move on to the next part. The next question is root 11 into root 11 into root 11 up to infinity. For any question like this where there is the product of the numbers within roots, it could be any number. It could be root 10 into root 10 into root 10 and so on up to infinity. Here, since the number is root 11 into root 11 into root 11 up to infinity, that means here answer is going to be 11. So the correct answer is 11 here. So need not worry when you are getting any of the question of this type. Let it be any. You can take an example of, let it be root 5 into root 5 into root 5 and let it go up to infinity. No need to take any attention. In this type of situation, you will directly click on this part and this is going to be your correct answer. See, banking examination is not tough. The only toughest part is the way our approach is going on. So please clear your all the concepts and don't take or go with the longest approach. Go with the shortest part so that you can get selected in the very first attempt itself. Going on to the next part. See, this is another type of question where you can see it is not going up to infinity. It is root 2 under root 2 root 2. That is root 2. Here you can see it is 3 times root. For these type of questions, what you will do, you can remember this formula, that is 2's power n minus 1 whole upon 2's power n. And what is the value of n here? The value of n is going to be total number of roots. Here, what is the total? Here 3 root 2's are there. That means here n's value is going to be 3. So what would be the solution? Its solution is going to be 2's power 3 minus 1 upon 2's power 3. What is that? We clearly know that 2 power 3 is 8 and 8 minus 1 is 7 upon 8. So this is going to be correct answer. See, these type of questions regularly come in the exam and it is the most important thing. You will get these questions directly or indirectly. Directly means it can be asked directly in the manner it is mentioned here, and in indirect concept you can see these questions in the simplification question would be given, and within that question this part can come. Fine. So let's move on to the next part. Now we'll be finding the unit digits. See, for finding the unit digits I have a trick for you. For example, this question, when you will see this question, when you can see 2, 3, 4's power 287 is there. Now we know that clearly we are not going to multiply this 234 287 times. No, it's not possible. What we'll do for these questions, for these type of questions, we are having a very simple concept. And what's that? Just take the last 2 digits of the powers given and divide it by 4. How? I'll tell you how. See, while dividing 87 by 4, what would be the remainder? You clearly know that when you will divide it by 4, you will get the remainder 3 here. So directly, instead of this value, directly put the value 4's power 3. How 3 came? 3 came after dividing 87 by 3, and 3 is the remainder here. Now, what with the value here? Here, take the last 2 digits again. Now dividing 4. While dividing 42 by 4, you will get the remainder 2 here, because we know that 4 tens are 40 and 2 would be the remainder. So what with the power here? Here we are going to get the power 3's power what? 3's power 2. See, this is our last digit, and what is this? This would be the remainder from here when after dividing by 4. Coming on to the next part. Now coming on this part, last digit is what? 9. So apply 9 here. Now divide the last 2 digits by 4. Now we clearly know that in 4's table 24 comes. That means its value is going to come 1. Coming on to the last part, what is the value here? Here the value is 7, and after dividing 47 by 4, what are you going to get? You are going to get remainder 3. So its power will be 3. So now the equation has come this. Now we clearly know that the unit place digit that is going to come after 4's power 3 is what? It's 4, because we know that 4 into 4 is 16 and 16 into 4 is what? It's 64, and it is a very simple concept. We already know the cubes. So 4's cube is 64. So what with the unit digit? Its unit digit is going to be 4. Coming on to the 3, 3 square is what? We clearly know that its square is 9. Coming to the 9, 9 power 1 is 9. And coming on the 7's cube, we clearly know that while solving the 7's cube, we know that 7 into 7 into 7, and this time the unit that is going to come is what? It's 3. Clear? Now, when we know that it's 4, it's 9, again 9 and 3. Now this time when we will be solving the unit digits, we are going to get the 1 here and 2 here, and in this way I can solve and get the answer 2 directly. So that means the unit digit that is going to come is what? The unit digit is going to come 2. It's very simple. Fine. So the only thing you have to do is what? Just take the last digit and for the power solve it by divided by 4 and get the remainder. And while solving this, you will get the remainder. See, I took long time because I was explaining you, and while solving the concept or using this concept, you can clearly see that you are going to solve these questions within seconds. Let's go on to the next part. Now we will understand how can we solve the square of 3-digit numbers. See, we are human beings. We cannot remember each and everything. For example, if I'll say that what would the square of 998, we can't directly say it because we know that there's a limit up to which squares and cubes could be remembered. And yeah, you must remember the squares and cubes up till 25. It's important. See, please try to understand. In the examination, if we know the squares and cubes, it becomes quite easier to solve any of the question. But solving these type of questions or remembering these solutions would be quite difficult. So what we are doing, we are making a trick for this as well. So if someone asks, what is the square of 509? What you are going to do? First of all, break these 3 digits into 3 different parts. Now what you will do, take the square of first one. What is the square of 5? It would be 25. Then take the square of the last one. What would be the square of 9? It would be 81. Now what about this between one? Here you are going to do what? You have to just multiply this number into 2. That is 2 into 5 into 9. So what would be the answer? The answer is going to be 25. Then 5 2s are 10, 10 9s are 90, and this is 81. That means this is our answer. Yeah, this is our answer. I told now it is not going to take a long time. See, next question we are going to solve in the few seconds. See, now solving this question within few seconds. Try to solve this question. See, what I can see, this is 4, this is 4, that means it is 16. Coming on the 0, this is 7, that means it is 49. Now I know that for the middle one, what I have to do? Multiply this and 2, and what is this? This is 2 cross 4 cross 7. That is what? That is clearly 56. That means the answer is 165649. You can see that we can solve any of the question within seconds, and within seconds I is going to give you the selection. See, now see the next question. What is the next question? The next question is 712 whole square. Now use the same concept. See, using the same concept, I know that 7 square is what? It's 49. Good. We are going to solve this part quite later. Now for this part, we know that 2 square is what? What is the 2 square? I know that 2 square is 4, but we are not going to solve this in this manner because here the carryovers concept is going to come, and whenever carryover concept comes, you must try to solve this question in a quite different way. There is nothing like different way. The only thing is that you have to add up the powers. So let's start solving this question. See, here you can see that the 3 digits are 7, 1 and 2, and here's whole square is to be done. Now we know that the first digit is what? 7, the other digit is 12. Now first take the square of 7, that would come 49. Clear? Between one part we are going to solve it later. Now we know that 12 square is what? It's 144. But as we discussed last time, we have to take only 2 digits. So what will happen to this one? This one is going to come here. That is, whatsoever value will come here, we'll add up 1 here. Now for solving this step, I have already told you, take the first digit and the last digit and multiply it by 2. So solving it, 7 into 12 into 2. That is what? That means it is 168. But this was in the carryover. Now adding this carryover part in it, it will become 169. That means our value should be 49, 169 and 44. But we know that we are going to take only 2 digits. That means again one carryover is going to come here. That means our answer is what? Our answer would be 506944. It's very simple. The only thing is that please remember about the carryover part. If you will be clear about carryover part, you can easily solve this question. So let's understand this question once again. While understanding this question once again, what we'll do, we'll try to understand this question again. See, now you can see that it was what? It was 712 square. Try to understand it again. See, this was the first digit and taking this is the second digit. First digit square is what? 49. Fine. Middle, we solve it later. And what is the square of 12? We clearly know that its square is 144. Now, since we are taking only 2 digits, this digit is taking in carryover. So when we'll take it as a carryover, that means whatsoever value will come, we'll add up here. So it was 49. The middle one is what? 2 into 12 into 7. That is what? It is 168. But it was in the carryover. So we are going to add up 1 here, and last digit is what? 44. Now it was 49. It became 169 and it became 44. But we take only 2 digits. That means it is going to be there in the carryover part. It means it has become 49 plus 150. It is 69. Already of 2 digits. It is 44. Again of 2 digits. That means this is our answer. Is that clear? It's very simple. The only thing is that you have to clear your all the concepts. Now coming on the previous year's questions. These questions are already asked in the exams, and student makes mistake by solving these questions by taking the long time. See, our main purpose is going to be selected. It's not to solve each and every question. The main purpose is, since it's selection, so that means we have to solve every question within no time. So solving the first question. While getting the first question, we can see it is what? It is 140% of 80 plus x minus 23 equals 100. That means what? When I'll try to solve this question in the older manner or the traditional method, I know that I will do what? 140 upon 100 into 80. Then I'll solve plus x minus 23. Now, without using pen, how you are going to solve it? We know that 100% of 80 is 100 and 40% of 80 is what? It is 32. That means 100 plus 32. That means it is what? Sorry, 80 plus 32 is what? It's 112. And I'll be directly solving it because 112 plus x minus 23 equals 100. 112 minus 23 is what? It's 89. 89 plus x is what? 100. Now while solving x, what would be? It would be 100 minus 89, that is answer would come 11. See, the questions are simple, it seems to be simple as well, but the thing is that you take a long time, which leads to the lower rank. So please avoid those lower ranks. And how you are going to solve that? You have to make the calculations in your mind. And how it will come? It will come by practice. And from where you will do practice? You will do all the practices from Entri's application, where the professionals are there who makes the question paper and all the test series. Coming on to the next question. The next question is what? The next question is 29.55 plus 95.45 into x equals 150. See, when you will solve this question, you will see that while seeing this point, you will solve or try to understand that it is going to take a lot of time. But no, you can see that 0.55 and 0.45 together makes what? It makes 1. That means we can solve this question in a new way. That is, we'll solve it like 30 plus 95. And what is that? It is clearly known that we know 125x equal to 150. That means it is 150 upon 25. And I can easily solve it and get directly 1.2 here. See, while using these concepts, you can clearly clear the exam. So never try to take the risk in the exam. Just see what you can solve in the mind. Here, for these type of questions, just think, what can I do here? I can directly take it as 1, add up here, it would become 30, and I know that 30 plus 95 is 125, and here it is 150. That means 150 upon 125, that is what? It's 1.2. Coming on to the next question. Next question is root x divided by 5 equals 220 minus 6 cube. See, if you are not aware of the cubes, it takes time. You clearly know that. So the first thing you will do today is remember all the all the cubes and squares. We know that the cube of 6 is what? It's 216, and 216 minus 220 is what? It's 4. And root x upon 5 equals 4. That means root x equals to 20. And when I'll take the square, it would become 400. It's very simple as that. So the only thing is that clear up your mind. Do not pen down each and everything. The only thing is that you must clear up all your concepts so that you can easily get selected. Selection is the most important thing because of which we are studying. Coming on to the next question. Cube root of 17.576 and multiplied by 15. See, when you will see this question, you are going to come in the situation of dilemma that are we going to solve this question? Yeah, you will be able to solve these type of questions within few seconds. How? I am going to tell you. See, when you will see these type of questions, just see, since it's cube root and that too in decimal, first try to remove this decimal so that you can easily solve this question. While removing decimal, I can see that after decimal there are 3 digits. That means I am going to divide the whole question by 1000. Now, after removing the decimal, it is coming what? It is 17576 and cross by 15. I know that the cube root of 1000 is what? It's 10. While solving 17576, the last digit or the unit digit is 6, and we clearly know that for solving any of the cube root of while taking the cube of any of the number, the last digit would come 6 only when the unit digit is going to be 6. So it is sure that this value is 6. What about the individual digit? That is the starting digit. For solving the starting digit, we must take the starting two numbers. That is, here the starting two numbers are 17. And while solving 17, I clearly know that the nearest cubes for 17 are 2's cube and 3's cube. Since the value of 2's cube is what? It's 8. The cubes of 3 is what? It's 27. Here I am going to take the lower values. Fine. So it would be 26 here, and I am going to multiply it by 15. That means while solving this equation, here it would be 5 3's are 15 and it's 5 2's are 10. And 2 cross 13 is what? 26. That means the answer is coming 39. See, since I explained you, that's why it took a lot of time. Now we're going to solve this question within few seconds. Yeah, you are going to solve this question within few seconds. Now try to solve this question. We know that since after decimal there are 3 digits, that means we will divide it by 1000, and the cube root of 1000 is what? 10. First of all, you have got this. Now, since the last unit was 6, so here last unit is going to be 6. For 17, you know the nearest cubes are what? 2 and 3. So we are going to take the smaller one according to the question. So it would be 26. Now solving with the 15, 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10, 2 cross 13 is 26. That means the answer is what? The answer is 39. Fine. So these are the easiest method by which you can get selected into the exam without taking any time. So you are going to get selected in the first attempt itself. Let's go to the next question. The next question is what? The next question is root 8 square cross 7 cross 5 square minus 175. Now while solving this question, see, do not try to solve this question by taking root 64 cross 7 cross 25 minus 175 and then you will solve all this part, because it is going to take a lot of time, and I'll solve this question within 10 seconds. How? Let's see. What is the square of 8? We clearly know that the square of 8 is 64 cross 7 and it is 25 and it is what? It is 175. I need not write this part because I know in examination I can do this calculation mind as itself, but I am explaining you, that is why I am writing it. Now try to solve it. I know that the 25 can be taken common for the both these parts because 25 cross 7 is 175. So taking the common, 25 cross 64 cross 7 is what? 65 cross 7 is 448 minus 25 cross 7 is what? 175. Now I know that its value under root 25 is what? 25 cross 441 and root 25 is 5 and root 441 is 21 and 21 cross 5 is 105. So this is our answer. And if I would have solved this question with the longest part, what would I have done? I would have first solved 64 cross 7 cross 25 minus 175. Then I would have solved 64 cross 7 here. Then solved 25 minus 175. Then I would have solved this and this product would be some number. Then I would just subtract it by 175. Then I'll go to some value. Then I'll solve this value and get the square root of it, and then I'll get the answer. This would take a lot of time, and this part is going to solve your question within few seconds. I told 10 seconds, that would be also the extra. If we are leaving these steps and doing them in your mind, you can directly start solving from this part. So please, this all is going to come by the practice, and practice makes men perfect. You know that very well, so please keep on practicing. And how you will be practicing it? You can follow Entri for the same. We are providing you the application on the Google Play Store. Please download the Entri's application from Google Play Store and try to attempt all the mock papers, because these mocks, these tests, these papers are prepared by the professionals, and by solving them you will be able to understand what all are your strengths and weaknesses. Now the important point for you, that IBPS RRB rank booster quiz is available in the app. It is free. It is totally free. Anyone can attend it, and it daily starts at 10 a.m. Also, the daily rank board will be published, and where you are going to get it? You can attempt it by the link provided in the description. Please go to the description part, and the important links are mentioned there. So use this quiz so that you can boost up your rank and get selected in the first attempt itself. All the very best for your exam. I'll be eagerly waiting for your selection. So thanking you. Thanks a lot.